race number 3. About to hit the start-finish line. Taking the green flag. Jeffrey, call it up.
As we hit the green flag, we got ourselves both Sipping Bird and Big Daddy Sauce the front 2 pack. As we get to turn 1, we got ourselves a 2x2 battle all the way from the first row all the way to the back. Here at Poke-a-hoe, very tricky place to conquer as we have a guy all the way far back. Not quite out of the draft just yet, but might be in danger. But as we can see, everybody is nicely clean and intact as they come to the first lap. We got Sauce as the race leader. We got a yellow car all the way up on top of the race line. That's going to be Bud as he tries to find his way to the lead, but can't quite do it just yet. Doesn't have the hubby power as he tucks in very quickly right behind Bird, as Bird is going to try to muscle his way into turn 3 and try to take the lead for the first lap. And looks like he will, gets pretty close to the wall, but looks like everybody is in good shape as they come out the corner to end the first lap out of 50 of this race.
Oh, getting very close to that wall out of 3. That was almost a wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we got Surfer Bird up running high up on that turn 1, scraping that wall up a little bit.
Yep, the drivers do know that penalties are turned on for this race, so they can't quietly abuse the Ross Chastain line. If they do, they might find themselves in big trouble in this race. But as you can see in the mid-pack, we got ourselves Air leading the second pack of this group, as the first group is about trying to get away from the second group on back. You can see Air is the main leader of group number 2 with Bull right behind him. If they need to catch up to the front group, then they need to work it out and not continuing fighting themselves.
Single file coming down the front stretch, headed into turn 1. Very dangerous corner. Braking is a must.
As we get to first corner once again, we got cars. Oh, Bull again, very tightly out of that corner. We got ourselves quite a scuffle toward the front again. Sauce is going to try to take the lead. Bud, this time around, actually does going to try to help Sauce as he can. And Bud might become the new race leader as we're about to approach turn 3 right here at Poke-a-hoe Speedway. And actually might have some help from Purple, looks like, as they head into turn 3. And here comes Bird trying to stuff it into 3 wide. Sauce becoming the meat of the sandwich in that corner. But thankfully, everybody still has control, and Bud will become the new race leader. Here comes Purple trying to recapture the lead for the first time in this race and might have a chance at Bud as we start lap number 5.
Good race going back here. Middle of the pack.
And thankfully, everybody is still together. Nobody has not lost the draft just as of yet, which is very good to see. Because here at Poke-a-hoe, you get easily 1 or 2 bad corners, and you're simply out of it until caution arrives at that track.
Bull got wide coming out of 1 and kind of butt smacked that wall.
And now we got ourselves a tandem party with Bud and Purple trying to pretty much get away from the rest of the pack, and it looks like it's working pretty well. But you can see right now we got ourselves... Oh! Sauce gets way out of shape, but so far looks like he saved it. He's going to lose a couple spots though, as he's going to possibly lose 8th place to Crow, and looks like he does. So he's going to go back to 9th place. Not quite really sure what happened there to Sauce, but there's still a very long race to go. So hopefully he will be able to pretty much recover from that.
Single file down the back stretch.
Yep, single file down to turn number 3 once again. You can see, unfortunately, Sauce right now back in 9th place was right up to 3rd place until something happened in turn 3. There is Derpy all the way at the caboose section, but right in front we got both Purple and Bud, both doing pretty good, being able to tandem off each other. There is Bull by himself in that dark greenish color. As you can see, as we scroll down the field, here's another 4-car battle right here. It was Laser and Air and Jeffrey all together, trying to play it carefully for 4th place. You can see Bird once again taking the Ross Chastain line into turn 1. and it's going to try to pretty much get the draft off of Bull. But still pretty early in this race, the guys are still trying to figure out how to stretch out their tires and being careful on that fuel since we still got a good bit of racing left in this race.
Looks like we got a series of packs here. 3-car, almost 4-car pack in the mid.
And it looks like Bull has actually have caught up to both Bud and Urkel. So it looks like Bull is not going to be too much content running in third place. You can see he's really close to the rear bumper of Bud. So might have a chance to possibly try to take away P2 as they get into turn 1. But you can see here back in the mid pack, 5th place once again is Air. Air! Oh no, the commentator's curse has struck. We got ourselves our first caution of the day. Quite unfortunate by the commentator's curse for Air, as these guys are going to race it back to the line. Might be a 3-car man show at the end of this caution. You got Urkel, Bud, and Bull. Here comes Bud trying to make the move on the outside. And here comes Bull trying to go to the inside. Might be a 3-way battle, and Bull is going to shove himself to the lead, looks like. Here comes Urkel as they're going to again go 3 wide. Might be a 3-way battle to the finish line, but it looks like it's going to be Bull just barely with advantage over Bud, and he does get the lead into the caution. So yeah, what a crazy wild first few laps. Quite unfortunate what happened to Air back in turn 1. It's quite strange how that happened.
As the cars get back lined up again for a round of pit stops, I'm sure they'll open up pit road as soon as Air catches back up from the spin off the wall in turn 1.
And for those that are new to the series, if we do have a caution, not unless everybody is caught up together, pits will be open. But at this time, it looks like Air will probably get it back in line just in time. So it looks like pit road might be opened. I am looking a lot for everybody getting themselves a new set of hard tires and getting refuel in their cars, and just try to see get everybody rack up again and try it again. But it's going to be quite interesting to see how everybody played out the first stint. You had some guys saving their stuff while other guys going fully aggressive. So let's see what happens here as everybody is heading to pit road. Starting off with the race leader, it's going to be Bud.
Everybody must take tires on the pit stop. So we're going to sit here and watch real quick. Cycle through, see if everybody's taking their mandatory donuts. Looking good. Pit crews are on time. I'm sure everybody's taking that go-go juice.
As we come out of pit road, it's going to be Bud, going to be our new race leader. We got second place, it's going to be Bull. Jeffrey with a big gain out of pit road, he's going to be in third. Once this race gets back up and going, a really good pit stop for his pit crew. As we see the rest of the order, there's everybody else. As you can see, there's Air. He's going to be back in 9th place. So he actually does gain a spot despite being the last guy on the track. But yeah, quite a very interesting first set of 10 laps. I felt it was a really good stint overall. Maybe a little bit over aggressiveness by some of the drivers, but other than that,
I think the reason that Air is not last place being the caution is because Blazer is the one that created the incident, and he's going to line up behind him, which on this case is on the outside of him.
And that was in fact a rule that was addressed to the drivers, meaning that if someone accidentally or purposely did send someone to the wall, then that person will get set to the end of the longest line with the person that was the victim. So that's why Blazer is all the way back in 10th place. But like I said, there's plenty of racing to go, so hopefully he will be able to recover from that mishap. As we get ready once again for the green flag, it's going to be quite interesting to see if these guys are going to be patient or if they're going to be just as aggressive or more aggressive. So we'll keep our eyes open and see if we're going to see somebody probably make it 3 wide or 4 wide in that first corner. Hopefully that will not be the case, but you may never quite know until we get started.
Let's see if we can get an in-car camera looking back out of Bud going into turn 1. Should be an interesting view.
As Bud gets a really good early start. As we're looking back from Bud's perspective, very clean approach to the first corner. Has a very good 2-3 calling over Bull. Bull is, of course, is going to close that gap since he's got that draft from Bull. But it looks like right as of right now, but it should be in a very good spot at the moment. We do have a second pack forming down the very low side. As you can see, Jeffrey, he's hanging out of the dry, so he's going to lose a couple spots, which is quite unfortunate. But like I mentioned before, it is still early in the race, so he still has got plenty of time to recover. But it's going to be Bud, the main guy right now. As the race leader, you got Bull right there in second place. We got Urple, he's recovered from being in the mid-pack a couple laps ago. He's in third place. Guys has a battle for fourth place. Got Jeffrey on the inside of Blazer. There is Sauce giving Jeffrey a little bit of a bump. Let's see what happens at the first turn. As you can see, we got Blazer trying to get up to the top line. Didn't work out for Blazer, but for Bird, he's up the way to P4. And you can see as we go down the list, Jeffrey's still in the top 5. And the outside of Bull right there is going to be some Bird. So Bird, very good on the outside line, trying to pretty much capitalize from getting that momentum. As I might have seen a little bit of contact, maybe a little bit of contact between Urple and Bud just for a moment, second, but they get all shuffled up and they're back up and going. As you see, Derpy is now the new leader for Pack 2 as Urple is going to take the lead. Here comes Bull, yet again being aggressive very early in this race. He's going to try to make a move into turn 1. Let's see what happens.
Cars wide up against
3
that
wide,
wall. Like
very
Drew
close. As we head down the stretch, Urple just a slight advantage over Bull. And it looks like the bottom line might be coming to life, but you can see Bird is still helping Bud, so it still could be anyone's game at this point as they head to turn 3. As they get turn 3, looks like it's nice and clean. There's Bird all the way top line, almost hits the wall, or actually I did get a little bit of taste of the wall, but right now it is going to be Urple. Still your leader right on lap 14 out of 51. There's Bull right there. Bull might be making him run. He's going to look for the inside. Let's see if it's going to work out this time or not.
Oh, we have an accident.
Oh, no! Carousels A.
And there they go.
Oh, there goes
Jeffrey and
Urple. Urple spins. So we had ourselves a multi-car incident. So that's going to be caution number 2 right there. So a lot of stuff happening between, looks like it was Derpy and Blazer, I believe. And then I believe something happened to Urple, which caused him to spin out the nose from Bud. So here we are, once again, racing to the lineup. It's going to be a 4-man show this time around. Bud has the lead, and looks like he might hold on to it. I don't see a run coming from either Bull or Bird. So it looks like Bud's going to safely take away the lead into the caution. P2 is going to be right behind Bird. Bull's third, forces Jeffrey as a 3-way battle for 8th place. And that's going to be your top 2. Lead up to the caution. So Bud, once again, proving the strength of his yellow Pontiac around his track.
Coming out of the last turn, headed for the green flag. Up front, we got Crew after pit stops and Bud on the outside. Let's watch this exciting restart.
And for those that have missed it, if you're curious on how the Crew was able to pretty much pass everybody in pit road, he actually went for a gutsy call in base.
And we lost him in the booth. The comms are out, so I'll take over. Crew did not take fuel, so he moved up through the field, heading into turn 1. On the high side, we have Bud. Nice and tight. Looks like Jeffrey bounced off the wall a little bit, heading down the back stretch, making an aggressive move to the inside.
as they head into turn 1, it's going to be yet another side-by-side battle, but it looks like Bud might have the line choice into turn 1. Surprisingly, when it comes to this track, the high side could be the optimal line, even though the low lane could be a good lane to be at when you're trying to get back to the throttle. You do carry a bit more speed out of the corner on the high line. So, as you can see, Bud still has the lead, a very strong yellow Pontiac. Oh no! Jeffrey actually managed to take the lead away from Bud, so we do have ourselves a new race leader in this race. So you got Jeffrey as the leader. There's Bud right there in his yellow Pontiac, very close as he goes below the apron into turn 3. Third place right there is Bud, very fast as well. There's Crew in 4th place, but as we did point out, he did not take any fuel added to the car, so that might come to play, especially if this becomes a green flag stint. So he's hoping for yet another caution or 2. That way he'll still be in the mix a bit. As we get through the first turn, Air gets very close to the wall as we have yet another pass for the lead, or almost. We have Bird all the way to the bottom of the track, and Bud's going to split between the two of them, trying to take the lead as well. And it looks like he will. So another power move from Bud, as Jeffrey's going to be yet again left high and dry as they approach turn number 3 into the high line. There's Bird, but Jeffrey's going to come right back on the high side. Apparently the high side might be another good lane choice to be in turn 3, as Jeffrey's going to retake P2 away from the Bird. So as we reach lap 20, you can see there's our main leaders right there. 5th place is Bull. 6th place is going to be Blazer, which actually is his birthday today, so happy birthday to Blazer. Going to see if he might get the job done and blow out the birthday candles with donuts. If not, you can see we got ourselves quite a scramble. There is Purple trying to make a move on Bull. So yeah, pretty racy still in this race, considering it's not even quite the halfway yet. But these guys know that each lap means that time is easily being pretty much losing time each lap. So they're trying to be aggressive on the way to the front.
Got some cars bouncing off each other in the back here.
Yeah, we got a pretty racy mid-pack here.
Got Bull, got Crew and Bull bouncing off each other.
We still got another strong battle for the lead between Bud and Bird as they hit in the first turn. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how that happens. Looks like Bird might take the lead. Yes, he does, but you can see Jeffrey's right behind Bud, so I can imagine that Bud's going to get a little bit of a help here from Jeffrey. There's a little bump right there, that's bumping like it is like Daytona or Talladega, and Bud's going to retake the lead of this race thanks to Jeffrey's bump drafting, and Jeffrey's going to pretty much help himself and get himself P2 as well as they head into turn number 3. You can see we got one car actually backing up a little bit. That is going to be Sauce, and the red car might be thinking ahead of the game and trying to keep himself away from trouble, thinking that there could possibly be a wreck. Might soon's going to happen since everybody is being a little bit extra aggressive and racy, especially in the mid-pack. Yeah, as you can, speaking of pack, got ourselves another battle for 3rd place. Got Urkel has caught up from starting toward the middle of the pack. He's now up 3rd, and there is Bird again trying to make a move on Bud. But Urkel finally showing some signs of life after being pretty much in the back of the pack, and he's actually going to go ahead and take the lead of this race.
Yeah, Urkel made an aggressive move down the split between them. Very good move. He had the momentum.
So Urkel's not waiting to save his car. He's ready to pretty much take the point, and basically is going to try to hold everybody off with that lead.
Looks like you got Air in the back, and he's trying to take a peek on the inside of Drifting Derby. Backs off, headed into turn 1.
As we go about 3 wide in turn 1. Oh, we got some, but hit the wall there. But looks like everybody's still okay. As we see Erpy and Air take it out for P7. Got Crow right back there in 9th place. Unfortunate for Crow, might not be in a good spot, knowing that he did not take fuel and being all the way back in the pack is going to really hurt his chances, especially in this stint. But you can see Bud once again takes the lead away from Urple, and here comes Bird again, trying to make a move as well as we might have a 2-car pack possibly. Nope. Urple's going to slide right behind Bud, so is Bird. Going to be curious to see what Bird's going to do as they get in turn 1. Here comes Jeffrey taking the lower lane into the first turn. And once again, we got ourselves a 3-wide battle for 3rd place. And looks like Jeffrey might have it. Looks like it. He's going to get some slipstream from Bird. But yeah, now it's become a 2x2 pack. 2x2 by all the way to 6th place. Now everybody gets to single file. So yeah, and they're also trying to get away from both air and crew, looks like, because it looks like they may have lost the draft a little bit, but not quite just there, but they're in danger of doing that.
Oh, we got Drifting Derby up in the wall, bouncing off of Blazer.
And once again, as we come to the front, it's going to be yet again Bud versus Bird in the first turn. Bud does have the line advantage and has some help behind him. So I'm going to be kind of curious what Bird's going to do in this scenario. Not in the high lane, but now he's in the low lane. And looks like kind of a little squirrely and possibly sandwiches Jeffrey. Jeffrey is actually going a bit slower than the rest of the pack. Let's check and see what's up with Jeffrey. Is in the middle and losing some speed, so very interested to see what happened to him. As they're about 3 wide into turn 3, as we're about to approach lap 26. So not good for Jeffrey. Not too sure what happened to him. Might have got sandwiched by the Bird, but we're not quite too sure. But still not out of it yet. We still got, we're about halfway through the race, so there's still a little bit of time left for anybody in this pack to make a run and pretty much recover from where they're at right now.
Wide, a couple moves from Blazer, dipping down in.
Oh,
we got sideways.
Bull just sent Blazer a shove in the first turn.
Still bouncing off each other back there. We
got some smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke from Blazer's car. He did a great job saving that car, but there's no telling how much tire wear he burned off just by saving the car, especially on those stripes, which are very, very effective and pretty crucial to protect, especially in this race.
They could add a little tire fender rub there from the incident.
But back on the front, it's going to be the Bird, but it's going to be P2. And Derpy, silently making his way toward the front, is in 3rd place. He got in 4th place, it's going to be Urple. 5th place is going to be Bull. He got a battle for 6th place between Air and Jeffrey. As we see some more smoke, got some guys actually taking the Ross Chastain line. It's going to be 3 wide between
running into each other.
Looks like between Urple, Jeffrey, and Air. Looks like Urple actually might be the one that comes on top of that battle. But very close. A lot of banging going on, especially in this stage of the race. And you can see Blazer has actually become the biggest loser right now as he's back in 9th place out of that battle. But like I said, there's still plenty of racing left to go, and everybody seems like they're racing like it's only 3 laps to go in this race, but that's not the case. As we have Bud now on the outside with some help from Derpy. Looks like he'll retake the lead away from Bird.
Heading into lap 28, Bud is our leader with Drifting Derpy. Oh, make that Surfer Bird in 2nd, Drifting Derpy in 3rd. Bull in 4th, Hot Air in 5th, Jeffrey in 6th, Derpy in 7th, Blazer in 8th.
As you can see, there's Hot Air and that gorgeous golden Pontiac. Right behind him is Jeffrey in that light blue. So Jeffrey's not quite out of it just yet, was able to make some spots up in the last couple of laps. As you guys can see, there you don't see that hot pink car that is going to be Crow. We did miss him. He actually did make a scheduled pit stop in his pink Pontiac. As I did point out earlier, he actually did not take fuel on that last pit stop strategy.
A couple more coming in right now.
You got Bird and looks like Urple are both going to pit together. Let's see as we get the first turn. We got some smoke here. It looks like we got ourselves quite a battle. Oh, everybody got messed up in that first corner. It looks like Derpy's going to take the lead. We got Bull in second place. Eric gets jumps to third. We got Bud. For some reason, he gets teleported back to fourth. Now he's up to third. But quite strangely, something did happen in turn one that forced Derpy as the new race leader. There's Bull right behind him. As we may have word from the tower, there might be some debris on the track, so this is going to be possibly a run to the line caution. If that's the case, we have Derpy as the race leader. There is Bull in P2, and there's Hot Air in P3, and there's Bud in fourth with Jeffrey running up top five. Laser in sixth, seventh is Sauce, eighth is Bird, ninth is Purple, and 10th is Crow. And that is a confirmation that there is debris on the track. So that's the reason why the leaders are in fact slowing down as they head into turn number 2.
It's a good time for Derpy because I think he had a little damage when he hit that wall. Kind of sucks for the guys who were pitting under green flags.
Got about 20 laps to go. The main question is, will this be the last time for these guys to pit for fuel? Tires, don't think so. You do need that fresh rubber as much as possible, especially how this track is. But for fuel, might come in pretty tricky. So you might have some guys come in pit road, try to get as much fuel as possible, and just hope that they can just skillfully and carefully negotiate the fuel and just save it toward the end. Going to be quite interesting to see how everything is, as we got a guy, looks like that's Bird, he just misses up and just miscommunication by the Bird himself. Nothing to be worried about. He will be back to where he was prior to the caution. As you can see, he actually does go back to his original spot. But it's going to be Derpy as the race leader leading this whole pack toward the pit road, and as I suspect, everybody is going to get themselves a new set of hard tires, going to get themselves some racing fuel, and just hope that that fuel and tire will be able to last the rest of the race.
And it looks like Crew's going to stay out while everybody else comes in. I'm pretty sure that the two that pitted, Surfing Bird and Dark Purple, are just going to take some fuel, or they're going to take tires and splash some fuel, no fuel.
So it's actually pretty lucky for Crew. He'll be our new race leader, but I think the real question to ask is, does he have enough fuel to last him the rest of the race? Because he did pit before anybody else did. He pitted earlier than the Bird and Purple. Speaking of them, there was those two guys right there. They'll easily would be the first two out of pit roads since they just pitted while not prior of the caution. Right back in fourth place is going to be Derpy. Fifth is going to be Bull. Sixth place is going to be Jeffrey. Seventh is going to be Blazer. Eighth is going to be Bud, who has been the dominant car for this race. Ninth place is going to be Air, and then 10th is going to be Sauce. So it's going to be quite an interesting 20 laps in this race just to see what's going to be the outcome. Like I said before, Bud has a good car. I suspect him to probably find his way toward the front in a matter of time, but we'll just have to wait and see.
This could be an interesting restart. Pack's got a lot of fresh tires, all fueled up. A little more than halfway into the race. Positions could become a thing if they go green. So it could be a little aggressive heading into this turn one after the green flag drops. Let's pay attention closely and see if Crew can hold on to that lead with Bird on the outside.
Yep, all I got, my main guys I'm looking out for right now is going to be the Bird, Bull, and Bud. I know Bull has been very, very aggressive in this race. So has Bird. I'm just hoping that they actually don't overpush the limits of being aggressive. But with it being as close as it is, with it being less than 20 to go, we'll just see how everything's going to happen as they get to turn number one with these new fresh cold tires.
To drop the green here. They're all lined up nice and tight. Got them seatbelts strapped in, and I think we have a green. Everybody shifts up.
As you can tell, the Crew has, in fact, a decently good lead, which is good for the race leader. Get that stuff a little bit of a buffer over everybody else. As again, the first turns already 3 wide already into the first corner. Looks like Derpy might have hit the wall. Looks
we
like
got a
maybe
4 wide back there. Bud is making a move. Oh, Sauce down 4 wide. 4 wide down the backstretch. Sauce
it looks like
making a move
Jeffrey
up.
once again has become the victim. I got sandwiched once again in this restart, but like I mentioned before, the race is not over yet. Still got plenty of time to make it up for it. But yeah, like I said before, Bud once again is already in P4. So they made it 4 spots within 1 lap. So like I said, that yellow Pontiac is certainly doing good, and he's not even done yet. He's actually trying to make a move on Derpy, trying to take away 3rd place, and there also is Blazer, the birthday boy, trying to have some action as well. There's Derpy all by himself in the lowest lane as they headed to turn 1 on lap 33. Got two guys taking the wrong side same lane.
Up in from Derpy.
And there's Bull all the way to the apron. He's gonna make some contact with Jeffrey, looks like. As you can see, you got the main leaders. There is Bud once again helping out his teammate Purple from earlier in the race, and look at that, just like earlier they got themselves a 2-car tandem, so they're basically on their own like it was way earlier in the race. So this is not good news, as Bird just shoves his car into air into turn 3. Not too sure if air is going to really appreciate that from Bird. We'll just have to wait to see what happens in turn 1.
And just to make things clear, there are no teammates in IROC. Oh, there is a penalty.
Penalty has been given to Crow. 1.5 seconds of penalty, so he might have hit the wall, looks like. Not too sure how he hit the wall or who hit him.
I think we're under a caution here.
Looks like we're under caution for that. Alright, here we are with less than 15 laps to go now. The guys actually did come to pit road, got their car service, and it's going to be Blazer. As a birthday boy, you're going to be your new race leader, but Purple right outside him. Going to be quite curious to see what's going to happen, see if it's going to be more aggressive as we head to the green flag. Side by side between these two guys as we get underway. Looks like Purple gets himself a really magnificent start. From that restart, you got Jeffrey right behind Blazer on the outside in the turn 1. As they come to turn 1, very cleanly, there's Bud right there, the main guy for this race. As Jeffrey gets pretty high in that first turn, he's going to get some slipstream help from what appears to be Blazer, but you see Bud, there it is in 4th place. There's Hot Air, also came out of nowhere. He's also looking for action as well. As we head into the dog leg, it's going to be Purple here race later with Blazer in P2, Jeffrey in P3, and then there's Hot Air in that golden machine in P4. As we got ourselves quite a battle, looks like for 7th place. Looks like Sauce got moved out of the way a little bit. There's Irby. Oh, contact between Irby and Sauce as Sauce spins around. And it looks like right there is going to be yet again another caution for this race. As it looks like Purple was able to cross the finish line first, Blazer in 2nd, and Jeffrey in 3rd. It's going to be Hot Air 4th and Bud 5th, for your top 5. The Bird is in 6th place. 7th place is going to be Bull. 8th is going to be Crow, 9th is going to be Derpy, and then 10th, unfortunately, is going to be Sauce, since he was the last victim of that caution. So if you guys might have saw it, looks like both Derpy and Sauce might have trying to get the same riddle straight, and did not work out for Sauce, as Sauce spins out, bringing out another caution of this race. And the real question is, will anyone go to pit road just to refuel their car and get themselves some last fresh tires, just in case if this would be the last green flag stint? As I did mention earlier, getting that fresh tires for that car is very, very crucial, especially in this race. But it's going to be quite interesting to see how it's going to be strategized out, especially if you're the main leader. You could be in a very strange scenario, but if you're toward the back like Bud or even Bird, 5th to 6th place, this could be a good opportune move to simply just come down pit road, get to top off of fuel just in case if you're not going to make it, and also of course get those fresh tires. Let's see if we have any takers coming down pit road. It looks like we don't have anybody at the time being. for making any pit stops, as we see Bull might make a pit stop. So here comes Bud, also is going to the pit road as well. And looks like we might have had somebody faked it. No. We did see somebody got really close to the pit wall and just barely got set. Yeah, he barely got in. So those guys are going to come in pit road and get possibly their last service out of their cars and just hope for the best for the rest of the race. So coming out pit road, it's going to be Bud, the leader from that pack. You got Bull in 7th place. You got 8th. It's going to be, looks like the Bird, or Derby in 8th. 9th is going to be the Bird, and then 10th it's going to be Sauce. As we got about 12 laps to go in this race, everybody's getting ready to double file. So we will get back to racing in the next couple of corners.
But unlike last time at Daytona, at least this time his refueler actually refueled the car.
Yes. And I'm just looking out for these guys with fresh tires like Bud. He's probably in a good spot. I know some of these guys, they probably have a lap or two older tires, but like I did mention and pinpoint several times in this race, that getting those fresh tires is going to be very crucial for this race. But can't wait to see what's going to happen and unfold. Hopefully everybody will be a bit more kind to each other. We still got about 10 more laps worth of racing left, and hopefully nobody accidentally takes anyone out or anything of that scenario. But it's going to be quite interesting. I'm going to keep my eye out on Bud, especially since he's the main guy with the fresh tires in this restart.
Gotta watch out for Bull too. He's been aggressive all race. He's been making moves. Derby also kind of making some moves, falling back, up and down. Bird's got a fresh car. Good drivers towards the back of this pack. As they take the green flag, they're headed off into turn 1, very tight. Purple takes a big jump headed into turn 1.
We got ourselves a 2x2x2 down to turn 1 as we got both Eric and Jeffrey. There's Jeffrey all the way down to low lane, side by side with Blazer. Blazer gets loose and he spins out into turn 2. So that's going to automatically draw another caution. So unfortunately, just like it did on the last stint, this is going to be yet again a one-lap race and then race back to the caution, which is quite unfortunate. But looks like it's going to be Purple, the race leader, is going to easily, looks like it's going to win the race out of the caution. We got about for P2 there is Bud really sending that car deep in the corner, as he might have a shot on Jeffrey. Jeffrey still has P2, but there comes Bud. As you're going to be side by side, Bud has the momentum. He's going to take away P2 away from Jeffrey as he heads to the stripe, and that might be a crucial factor into this race. As Bud gets to P2, Jeffrey falls to P3. As we look at the rest of the group, there's poor Blazer, who was up there in P2 momentarily before getting spun out at that turn. And it looks like it might have been net code, unfortunately, right there. But yeah, quite a very interesting place to be, especially for Purple. Just knowing that he has slightly more worn tires compared to Bud. Bud does has the fresher pair of tires right now on the track. As we head back to the green flag, we got ourselves 10 more laps to go. Who's going to do it? We got Purple, your race leader, and there's Bud right there in second place. Bud has a very strong car tonight. Also has the fresh tires. You got Jeffrey right behind Purple in third, and then right behind Bud is also Bull. A guy to really look out for this race. As we get back to the green flag, it looks like Purple might have the slight advantage, as he has some help from Jeffrey. Jeffrey comes right back up though. So does Purple. Purple saw it. And as they come to turn 1, there's Bud taking that top lane, and Bud's going to get such a good run out of that first turn. He's actually going to go ahead and overtake Jeffrey. He goes down to the low lane and might have a run on Purple, which he does. So Bud, making that good call, getting those fresh tires, is going to retake the lead very quickly and might be the guy to beat right now with those fresh tires. As everybody gets down to turn 3, we got ourselves a little bit of scuffle there between Bull and Bird, but it looks like all is well. We got a 3-man showdown right now at the front of the pack. There's Bull all the way back in 4th place. Here comes Purple. Once again, makes a move as we got ourselves a 3-way battle for turn 1, looks like. And it looks like everybody survives. Here comes Bull. He gets a good run. He's catching up to the top 3 guys, so this might become a 4-man showdown, looks like. Here comes Bird with some help from Derpy with that switch stream, and Purple takes the lead. Jeffrey gets 2nd, and Bud falls to 3rd. And there's Bull right there. A little bit of contact between the wall from Purple. Jeffrey just can't seem to get the move done just yet, as he's going to be behind Purple just for a little bit longer, possibly. Right behind Jeffrey, and of course Bud, and there's Bull right there, your top 4. There's Sauce in 5th place, battle for 6 between Blazer and Bird. Everybody's still giving each other room. There's
Bird right behind Blazer.
Bird barely takes out Crow. Here comes Crow looking for the switchback down the stretch, and Crow's got some help from Air and from Derpy. Nope, Derpy's trying to make it 3 wide into turn 3. Can't quite do it. He thinks better of it. Back up to the front. There's Bull. He actually caught up to the top 3. Now it's officially become a 4-man showdown. Turn 3. Looks like Bull might have got into Bud. Jeffrey's going to retake 3rd place away from Bull. But right now it's still Purple, the guy to beat as of right now. Here comes Bud, possibly with a move. On the outside, here comes Jeffrey again, once again, taking that low lane. Really getting a good run too, but like I said earlier before, that you do not carry any momentum once you find yourself in that low lane. It looks like he might lose P3 to Bull, looks like, and he might have to just have to tuck in behind Bull and just think of a way to get back toward the leader.
Got a 4-car breakaway in the front with 2 cars in the middle, broke away from the rest of the pack at the back.
As we have come down now to 5 laps to go, the time is now to make moves. 6 laps to go.
5 at the line.
Purple's got the lead still. There's Bud in P2, Jeffrey in P3. There's Jeffrey all the way down to the middle of the bottom track. Here comes Bull with a move. Bull gets 3rd place. As he stays in the high line, gets a good run. This might become a very good showdown into turn 3 with a dog like that. There's Sauce and Blazer. Back here further back, here's the 4-car battle. Heading toward the dog leg. It's Crew leading that pack for 7th place all the way back to 10th. Goes Bird, giving the bumper to Crew.
Oh, Derpy's in the wall. We've got...
And there goes Air. Air spins around.
Derpy
and that's gonna
pinched into the wall, and it looks like Air took the brunt of it.
And this is going to bring yet another caution.
So much for that 4-car breakaway up front. It'll take the pack back up after any kind of pit stops that are going to happen. Start here. Everybody lines up, double file, heading towards the green flag, the drop for the last 3 laps of the race. There will be no cautions.
3 laps to go. This is going to be a no hands barred. Going to be very aggressive coming to these 3 laps. Green flag as we head in the first turn. Yet again, Blazer with those old tires gets another great restart. We'll just have to wait and see what line prevails as we get in the first turn. Bull making a move on Purple, and will take the lead away from Purple. Here comes Bud with Jeffrey. They're going to take that run from the high side, and they might pass Bull. As looks like they will, and they do in fact. The two of them together are going to overpass Bull. And Bud, once again, just like he has been doing this whole entire night, is going to retake the lead in this race. Now the question is, can he hold off Jeffrey for these last 2 laps? We've got side-by-side action between Sauce and Bull.
Bull bounces off the wall, kind of rubs into Sauce, pushes him
Like we got ourselves a 3-way battle into the main straight. There's Blazer trying to get some of the battle as well. But right now it's Bud, the main guy. Here comes Urpel, trying to make a move on the inside of Jeffrey. As Birdson hits the wall, there's Jeffrey, hits the wall.
Oh, it looked like Bull may have bumped into Sauce, which then bumped into Bird.
And Bull is driving like this in bumper cars as he uses bump from Blazer bumps to Derpy.
They're still rubbing fenders. Bird took the brunt of that. He drops back.
As we head to the turn 3, lane to the white flag. Bud with a comfortable fourth car length lead over Urpel and Jeffrey. I don't really think they have anything for Bud unless Bud makes a mistake. As we head to the white flag, there's our race leader Bud for the last time going to turn 1. Right behind him is both Urpel and Jeffrey. As we take a look at the rest of the pack, looks like it's going to be a 3-man showdown to the last lap. For the last time to the dogleg, it's going to be Bud, the race leader. There's Jeffrey trying to clear himself from Urpel, which he does. Here comes out of nowhere Blazer, the birthday boy. He's going to get himself 4th place. There's Bull, as everybody else's pack is trying to catch up.
Just getting word. It looks like Urpel might be running out of fuel. Keep an eye on that number 6 car.
And to turn 3.
In fact, he does. He is out of fuel.
For the last time, everybody passes Urpel. Bull goes down to the very bottom. It's going to be Bud. The guy's going to win it. As Air gets taken out on the last lap. And Urpel's going to pass Air. And Bud's going to win the Poke-a-hoe 50.